They flew in an airplane all day to get from California to St. Croix in the Caribbean Sea. Today, Alex's mom paid a high-paid Bushy Beard to take them to Buck Island on his boat. Waterblade, Bushy Beard's boat, was a catamaran. This meant that it had two hulls or bottoms instead of one. Waterblade sailed very fast through the water that was as clear as glass toward Buck Island, off the coast of St. Croix. When they reached Buck Island, Alex and his family jumped over the side of the boat into water. Alex thought the water felt like his back. It was warm and calm, and he could see the sand at the bottom. Alex's mom and dad put glass masks on their faces and rubber fins on their feet. "We're going to swim along the snorkeling trail," his dad said. "There are coral reefs and tropical fish. There's even a barracuda." Alex shuddered. "I don't want to see a barracuda, Dad. They have sharp teeth." Alex's mom laughed. "Just swim around right here and we'll be back for lunch." Alex let pennies float through the water to the sand beneath him and then dove down to reclaim them. He gazed at a school of flying fish that gracefully skimmed the surface of the sea. He walked along the trails from the beach to the top of the tiny island. He found a crazy-looking caterpillar that was black and furry and had red spots. No other kids had come on the sailing trip, and finally Alex began to feel lonely. He wondered what was taking his parents so long. Alex dove into the warm water and floated on his back along the shore. A huge shadow passed under him. What was that? Alex flipped around and looked through the clear water. The shadow passed under him again, and it had a tail. No, it had a stinger. Alex had learned about stingrays at school and in California and knew that they could be dangerous. He tried to swim away, but before he could, the stingray glided beneath him and lifted him smoothly onto its back. Alex was riding the stingray through the sea. "Don't worry, boy," said the stingray. "Are you talking?" Alex asked in amazement. "No one else here," the stingray laughed. Where are we going?" Alex asked. The stingray grew serious. "Your parents are in trouble. I saw them in the snorkeling trail. We have to hurry." They swam swiftly around to the back of Buck Island. Alex felt like he was flying, or at least like he was on a magic carpet. The stingray had a wingspan of 5 feet, and its muscles rippled as its wings beat through the water. The ice blue color of the sea contrasted sharply with the white sand and lush hills of the island. Silver and blue and yellow flashed sneaks as it swooped over cover. "By the way, boy," the stingray said, "my name is Sandy. I'm Alex. What's going on with my parents?"
Okay.
"There's a barracuda that lives near the snorkeling trail. That big toothy fish waits for food from visitors. When they don't have any food, it eats the visitors." "Holy guacamole," Alex cried. "It's eating my parents?" "Not yet," said Sandy, "but he has them trapped and they need our help." As they came around Buck Island, Alex could see his mom and dad half out of the water, backed up against the base of a small cliff. A snaky shadow whipped back and forth, not allowing them to move. This is the barracuda that they're scared of. Alex yelled, "Holy guacamole, what should we do?" Sandy pulled up to the shallow water so that Alex could hop off his back. "I have a plan to save your parents," he said. "I brought us some help." All of a sudden, Alex noticed that dozens of bright colors swirled around his ankles as schools of tropical fish swam around them. "These are my friends," said Sandy. "They live among the coral reefs that your parents were snorkeling through. They are fast swimmers and are small, so they can swim through the tiny crevices of the coral to hide. The little fish streak back and forth with pride, leaving trails of crimson and deep blue and orange. Each school of fish seemed to dance around the others in an underwater ballet." "But what will they do?" Alex asked. "They're going to distract the barracuda and make him chase them," said Sandy. "Your job is to get your parents to swim over to you where they will be safe." "But if the barracuda eats my mom and dad," Alex worried. Sandy did a nervous backflip underwater. "That's why we have to hurry." The colorful fishes quickly made formations like very small armies. The metallic blues were to approach from the west, fearlessly taunting the meaty barracuda. The sunny yellows were to dance in from the east, confusing the situation. The bright oranges were to sweep in from below, attempting the beast in a third direction. Instead of yucky tasting people, the barracuda would have succulent little fish from which to choose. Sandy the Stingray drilled them again on the plan. The tropical fish were excited and ready. What about me? Asked Alex. What exactly am I to do? Sandy glided through the clear water until he was level with Alex. Your job is very important, Alex. When the barracuda turns away to chase some fish, I will swim over to your mom and dad so that they can hang on to my wings and I can pull them to safety. The thing is that they do not know that I am a friendly stingray and they'll be afraid of me. You must make the biggest voice that you can to tell them to grab my wings. You have to yell loudly enough for them to hear you over the waves on the beach and the motorboat engines in their own fear. Boy, you really have to holler. The battalion of bluefish advanced on the barracuda as he whipped back and forth, leering at Alex's parents. Just before they could get his attention, the well-meaning but excitable yellowfish rushed out too early. Flustered, they teased the barracuda and said that he swam like a conch snail. The barracuda eyed his small antagonist with annoyance. At this point, the orangefish panicked and surrounded the barracuda in order to nibble on its fins. They were much too close and in great danger. The bluefish tried to lure the barracuda away, but he was too busy swatting and snapping at the orangefish to notice. The yellows lost their bearings and collided with the blues. It was chaos. Sandy moaned when he saw that his plan was all mucked up. The barracuda still had Alex's parents trapped and his friends were in danger. He dove deep and in a flash was below the whole lot of them. As loudly as he could, he yelled at the tropical fish, "Swim away!" Well, this got their attention, and in half a second, all three schools of fish flitted away to hide at the coral. The barracuda was enraged. He swam after them, bumping into coral formations and knocking over sea fans with his tail. "I'll be back for you two," he growled at Alex's mom and dad as they pressed their backs against the rock. Now it was Alex's turn. He knew that the barracuda would be back in a minute when he could not find all the little fish hiding in the reef. He filled up his lungs just as his mom and dad caught sight of Sandy the Stingray and screamed. Just as his dad began to lash out at the water about Sandy's head to protect his wife, Alex yelled so loud that his face turned purple.
Yeah.
"Mom! Dad! Grab his back! Grab his wings!" Alex's parents were so astonished to hear that their son fell directions of them that they immediately did as they were told and threw themselves on Sandy. His great black wings beat once and pulled them around the shoreline to where Alex was waiting. Alex's mom rushed onto the beach and screamed for Alex to get out of the water. Alex's dad waddled out, still in his fins, and promptly floated in the sand. Alex knew that he was safe from the barracuda in the shallows and turned to Sandy. "Won't the barracuda come after you, Sandy?" Sandy laughed. "I might be a nice stingray who likes people who feed me sandwiches and snacks from their boats, but I am a stingray with a real big stinger, and that mean barracuda knows it." Alex laughed too. "Sandy, my friend, what can we do to thank you?" Sandy did a backflip underwater. "Well, have you got any sandwiches?" The end. Everybody, that was an interpretive performance by Craig Ryan, a very talented actor and musician. By in the church.